Stadium in Atlanta. Tonight, we'll get a prime-time preseason matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. It's going to be taken down here. He'll knock before the play. Gets him 12 big yards and a first down.
It seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out with the very first carry. It's got us off and running.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's the counter give to Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
On 2nd down, Penix. Well, he throws it quick, but what a pass rush that was. Able to hit him on the release anyway and break that up. 3rd down now after that incompletion.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. And he's going to be taken down well short of the marker. Looks like just about 3 on that completion. That brings up 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. On the move, headed right. It is caught left side. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
Over the decades, you want to see elite defenses in the NFL. They have the big people that can run and the little people that will tackle. In that corner, well, he did his job there.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Tackled there by James Pierce.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
4 guys out wide. Here we go, 3rd and long. Here's Nix to throw. Look at that power, deep left side. Brought in, deep down the sideline. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. The deep pass comes up big. 38 yards. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Off the play action, Stidham. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Portland Sutton, the man he was after. So it'll be 2nd down. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Those caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Harvey has the Denver touchdown. So a good, strong start. Don't know how long these guys are going to be out there in this preseason game before other guys get shuffled in, but hey, they'd be happy if every personnel combination executed like that one did.
You did feel the motivation there, though, because a lot of these guys, especially the young guys, they are auditioning for a job. And this first group out, well, they set the bar pretty darn high.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Penix looking to pass. And that looked good for a moment, Brock, but the hit jars it free. That's going to bring up 2nd. First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me that's always the start of a new battle. Defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap. A give to Robinson. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Riley Moss with that tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. To the air with Penix. Gets this one to London. And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Penix now to throw. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Ready for a moment, but the hit jars it loose. Fortunate, Rock, that it did too, because it would have been a big strike otherwise. Instead, just 2nd down.
I love that. I mean, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you can do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
This one's to Schultz, out right side. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Penix. Caught just shy of the goal line. But not in just yet. They stop him at the 2. That's going to bring up 1st and goal.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Robinson. Will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
That throw intended for Drake London. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here's Penix. He's going to take this to the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson finishing off a 9-play scoring drive with 6. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s when we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Marvin Mims now to return it. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stidham. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now first and 20. To the air with Stidham. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Second down coming from Stidham. And it was a big play for a moment, but he can't keep control of it through that hands. It's incomplete. That brings us to third down.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
That one's going to fall incomplete. That forces fourth down.
I think that was the time to play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up. That can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
And the fair catch made here at the 15.
The Falcons take over first and 10. At their own 16-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
It's second down and 10.
Throwing Penix. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down. We're seeing this more and more these days, Brock. Not content to just run out this half. Seems like they're going to keep pushing with the time they've got remaining.
Every one of these possessions, Kate, is so valuable. And I think what you've got to do as a quarterback there is reinforce to your receiver, if I'm going to take this shot, it's your ball or nobody's ball.
Third and long for him here. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. There's the stop. Play hits for 15 before it, though. And that's going to be good for a Falcons first down.
And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They start with 2nd and 6. Tagovailoa. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
6 yards to go.
Throw here, 3rd down. Cut out left. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
They're going for this. That's cut beyond the marker. And it is an excellent decision to go for this. They convert on 4th and 1. Well, we all know teams are embracing this more and more, Brock, but boy, from your own side, on a play like that, you had better convert.
If your offense doesn't cash that check, it's your defense who's got to pay the bill. But they get it done, and kudos to them.
He's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. Kicks them up to first. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, just run away from it. Just run away from it, and good things can happen. Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Working on 2nd down. Tua. Will get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
3rd and 7 now after the last catch got him 3. Now Tagovailoa to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
On is Nick Folk to attempt the field goal. From the right hash, 55 yards out. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Falcons calling the field goal team's number this time. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get over it there, and he did. Going to break our tie and give them a 1-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here's Mims. Making some progress here. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that and you kick off returner, it's such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get to him here. Play finally put to an end after about 15 yards gained, and they got that first down too.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Caught by the open man. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Big hitter on first down. 31 yards. Here's Stidham, 1st and 10. And he's hitting 50% on his passes since coming in. 3 for 6 so far. Looking inside the red zone. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Drive begins here with Robinson. And he cuts it back right. It's a foot race at the 20. And they're going to have first and goal. He's out of bounds just shy of that 5-yard line. We've got fireworks on the first play of the drive. And now they have a first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Well, you taught me, Brock, sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
They'll run it with Robinson from the pistol. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
On third and goal, it's Tagovailoa. He doesn't give anybody a chance of bringing that one in, Brock. That is through the end zone, and now it's fourth and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams to field goals, you have a chance to win. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Eyes closed and my heart open just to get this off my chest and let my heart broken. Seeing how movies are moved for the green. Saying we on the same team, but what do that mean? Why build a bridge just to watch me setting the blaze? Don't get me heated, ain't no way to control that burnout. Feel the spirit of prodigy, I've been keeping it thorough.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Stidham off the play action. Throwing the out route complete. And this will be stopped just before the play reaches that 30-yard mark. Still a great game, Brock, and a new set of downs.
29 yards. And the Broncos
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Off the play action, Stidham. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Throwing Stidham. Taking a shot deep here. And they try him again, but this one is also incomplete. The defense stayed focused on him after that last play, Brock. There to break it up. It's third down.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
Into a crowd, and intercepted. DeMarco Hellams with the INT.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
All Working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa back to throw. Completes this one to Jahan Johnson. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
A gain of a yard.
Mono y mono. That's what that was. 2 players that both thought the ball was theirs. The offensive player takes it away from the defender on that one.
Brought in right side. And finally they get to him and send him out as this gets all the way into enemy territory. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Tagovailoa. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I'm an old offensive coordinator in the NFL. Sitting in our team meeting, he would say, listen, my job is to get you a one-on-one. Your job is to win it. Well, that time the defense, they're paid to win battles too, and he got the job done defensively.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Tua setting up to throw. Short pass brought in. And in the end, no danger of them actually reaching the marker. He falls down well short after a gain of 7. It is 4th down. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. The kick by Folk is good. And they've taken back the lead.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. And off to Coleman from the gun. He's got room to roll. Tackle finally comes in well downfield. That's a gain of about 26. And that's going to give the Broncos a 1st down.
A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Denver.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Stidham now. This is reeled in downfield. It's Bryant. He'll go out of bounds there. Downfield at about 21 yards. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs. Stidham now on 1st. And he's back up to 50% now throwing the football after that last completion. 6 connections on 12 attempts. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there could be more interceptions.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stidham. Cut near the goal line. And across the line he goes. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown,
Marvin
Denver.
Mims in from 18 out.
Will Lutz lining up.
So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone. And oh, my, they're not going to kick it. They're going to throw for it. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets hit on. He just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. He puts some air under it, deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20. Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing now, Tagovailoa. Oh, enveloped by the defense. They get him at the 32. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
32-yard line.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He picks up 9 and some quality running there. That brings up 3rd down. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
That's a gain of 9.
Air it out on 3rd.
3rd and 11.
Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making a play. I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And he'll be out of bounds after a tough return. Offense looking at its own 17 to begin the drive. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. To the air with Stidham. Taking a deep shot here. Big gain downfield. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Stidham now to throw. And the defense coming out firing here to start this 2nd half, partner. Good hit there to break up what would have been a catch. It's 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
Well, he's in trouble, but he's not going to get away. Brought down to the 12. And that's going to be a 3rd and very long. They've got to get 20 or more.
You know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. Off the play fake. Here's Stidham. Defenders there. It's intercepted. DeMarco Helen
6-yard line.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Tagovailoa. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for second and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
5 yards. Now they're going to snap third and goal from the 1. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust, right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz.
And he's in for the touchdown. Folk on now to try the point after. Send right down the middle and good. Lead now up to a field goal.
Falcons 26, Broncos 23. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Stidham. Hit as he makes the throw, and that's going to sputter to the ground. That's going to bring up second down. Oh, Brock, he's had to wait and wait to even be targeted in this game, and he's going to have to keep waiting now to see that first catch.
You know who will not be waiting? The critics after this one. You have got to get your tight end involved. Find a way somehow to get him the ball.
Here's Stidham on second down. Look at that power, deep left side. Oh no, they get him yet again! DeMarco Hellams with the INT.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. He's under pressure and down he goes. They get to him at the 38. That was Talanoa Hufanga on the blitz. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Finds a seam down the middle. Brought to the ground. They hit him big on that play, Brock. It looks like they're marking a gain of about 25 yards. New set of downs from 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First and 10, around to Robinson. Pushing for the red zone. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone. Down at the 19. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
First and 10.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Offense is set. First and 10. From the red zone on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the Broncos 15.
Tagovailoa now on second. And he gets it away, but nowhere close to that target. Incomplete. Quick thinking just to get rid of it there, Brock, but no chance. It's third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Tua off the play fake. And he can't escape. He goes down. A flag, though, down with him. Let's see, did somebody hold up front, or is this marker going to wipe away that great sack? First and 10 for him now, following the penalty. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. Now got to regroup for second down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Under pressure, down he goes. They got him at the 17. That's Jonah Ellis. The second time they have brought him down on this series.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, third down. Back to throw, Tua. Incomplete on third and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, but throwing in double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
For the Falcons field goal, a 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Folk is good. And they'll double their lead to 6.
That's a handful of field goals for him now, Kate. In fact, 5 in this game, and they needed every one of them to put together the lead they do have as we sit here at this point in the game.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Stidham looking to pass. Caught by the rookie from NC State. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
It's going to be broken up by a hit, incomplete. Couldn't make a play on the throw. The defender did the next best thing, ensuring that it's not going to be caught by anybody. Second down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And he used all the space he had. Got him around 8. That sets up third down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Oh, giving it to the wide receiver on third and short. The play picks up about 6 yards as he stops. It's going to be first down, Denver.
Biggest difference in the college NFL game, we know this, Kate, it's matchups. Right, that college gains so much more space with the wide hash marks. Not so much in the NFL. You've got to cultivate one-on-ones, cultivate matchups. Using the receiver as a runner, that was a matchup successful for this offense.
And the floater falls to the ground. Oh boy, that play action nearly backfired right there, Brock. Took a little bit too much time to set it up and some quick thinking at the end there to get that throw away as the hit arrived.
Yeah, that's really well said because, you could feel sometimes the quarterback on drop back, the timing.
Yeah.
Play action, sometimes it gets a little hairy. That was pretty savvy of him to find an incompletion.
Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Inside the final minute of our third quarter. They've got a man in motion. Here he goes, third and long. And they pick him off again! DeMarco Hellams with the INT. And the Falcons get it as he makes his third interception in this game.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Cut near the goal line. And he gets home. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Falcons will line up for the two-point conversion.
Here's Tua. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another two more to that lead.
35. Broncos 23.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. A field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
Us quarterbacks, Kate, you'll hear us say things like our best friends are the blockers in front or the go-to receivers, but a returner who could give you a short field coming out just like that, will be someone maybe you take to dinner during the week as a thank you for that great field position.
First down from the 42. Here's Stidham to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Good momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing Stidham. Has his man, but his man does not have that football. He drops an easy one, Brock. It's second down. Continuing to throw it despite the game he's had, Brock. Coaches obviously still have faith in him despite all these interceptions.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think it's faith. And it's also like a sense of belief that, and they know, these coaches know, that this is where you've got to work through it. Not on the practice field, but in what gets really tough right here in game action.
Second down coming from Stidham. Getting out to his left. Contact on the throw, and this one never had a chance. To the ground, it is incomplete. That sets up third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
This, our last play of the quarter. Third and long for him here. And he's not going to escape this one. They get to him for the sack on what is going to be the final play of this third quarter. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the fourth. Oof, best of luck here, guys. It's 4th and pretty far. Desperation time here. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And it's recovered by the offense. But Brock gets 4th down. And no one with the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. Tua out of the pistol. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They go play action with Tagovailoa. They close in on him and drag him down on the other side of midfield. They got him at the 48. It's Robinson again. And that forces 4th down and 16. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. We get it on the ground here with Delvins. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he will take this all the way up near midfield. Look at how long he held off that defense before they finally got a hand on him, and they hauled him down.
Breaking out of tackles, sure, that's nice, but avoiding defenders altogether, that's even nicer and easier on the body, and you know his teammates love that breakaway threat.
This is reeled in downfield. It's Bryant. Working and finally forced to that sideline. So call that a gain of about 28. And that's going to give the Broncos a 1st down. To throw, here's Nix. Finds him on the slant. Has room into the secondary. And he gets home. Touchdown, Broncos. Marvin Mims. First return score. Now he's got a receiving one, too. Extra point try now for Lutz. This one splits the uprights. It is good. Drops this lead down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. To throw, Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down here. They are on him back around the 28. That's Jonah Ellis. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Tua. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Throw left side, complete. He's going to be 1st down for him after a gain of about 14. And that is good for an Atlanta 1st down.
We call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Tagovailoa now. And he will not find the connection on the other end there. Incompletion sets up second down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Tua setting up to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the Broncos have some new life in the fourth.
Not just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you gotta know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Nix. Catch is made down the right sideline. There's the tackle. This play goes for 29 before it, though. That'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs.
Gain of 29 yards.
All set now. First and 10. Play action with Nix. He's brought down. They got him at the 25. It's going to be 2nd and 16 now coming up.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. They're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays on the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Here's Nix to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He's going to be out of bounds nowhere near that marker. That brings up fourth down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Desperation time here on fourth. Escapes the pocket. Risky throw. It's intercepted. Sidney Brown makes the play. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. Good play.
On the right sideline, there's space. Into the red zone. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Nick Polk to kick off for Atlanta.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here's Mims. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Nix looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He just throws this one away.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window, don't risk yet another interception.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Now a second down throw for Nix. Trying to push deep downfield. After the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. And that one's going to be incomplete. A deep look, unsuccessful. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Got to start taking better care of the football, Brock, as he brings him to the line here, third down. Looking to throw it. Into the hands of Bryant. It's the first and more. Stop finally made, but well downfield. Picked up about 24 before it. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Big strike downfield to Coleman. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That is the spark that they needed. 30 yards.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
From the red zone now. Forced out to his right. Now he takes it. He's out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they're going to be set up with 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet.
And he's got another one tonight. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims. He gets another here in the 4th. Extra point try now from Lutz. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. That drops this lead down to 5. Approaching the final minute here, they need to find a way to defy the odds and get this back. And the Falcons cover off the kick. Needed to try it, we all get it, but didn't work. Still now have those 3 timeouts to fall back on.
They did need to try it, but I think there is a school of thought of, hey, also kick it deep with those 3 timeouts. So now your defense can't give up a yard. Right now, you've really burdened your defense to get a quick stop, a quick stop, a quick stop, and make sure they do not give up any yardage to this opposing offense.
Let's go defense. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock. It might see them burn a timeout. Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. They're going to pass it here. Cut for big yards on the right side. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That played good for 17 on a 1st down.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Taken down after a quality gain, though, 15 yards. It's going to be 1st down, Falcons.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Falcons, 1st down. Then 10 at the 17-yard line.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's set up to throw it. In trouble here, and he's not going to get away. They bring him down at the 22. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.